Hello everyone, I am back with another super cool, simple origami. This one is a simple origami mouse. Look how cool that is. There's nothing difficult about this one. No tricky folds, nice and easy. Let me show you how this works. This is the slow tutorial, so it should be easy to follow along. I'm going to take my time. You probably won't have to even pause the video. We'll see. We're going to start off with a square sheet of paper. If you don't have one, you have regular printer paper, you can just chop off the end to make a square, like I did here. I do have videos on how to do that if you're curious. If not, or you already have your square sheet, let's go ahead and get started. What we're going to do is we're going to fold this in half corner to corner. So I'm going to take this corner, fold it all the way down here to this corner. Now in this model, this corner isn't the important one, it's these two. So when we fold this down, we want to make sure that our corners down here are good. That looks good, that looks good. If we have that, we're in good shape. Now what we're going to do is we're actually going to fold this in half, mostly so that we have a reference line. So I'm going to fold this like this, lining up these two corners here. Once I have that, I will give that a good fold there, and then I'm going to open this up. Like I said, this is mostly for a reference. So what we're going to do is we're going to use this line here as our reference. So I'm going to take this corner, I'm going to fold it down, but what I'm going to do is I'm not going to fold it right on the line. I'm going to give it a little bit of space. I'm going to be just a little off the line. Here's how we're going to do this. I'm going to fold down here. Make sure we're off a little bit. And then I will crease that down. The reason we're doing this is because we're going to fold this sheet, and this will make it easier to fold later on. I'm going to do the same thing with this side. I'm going to fold it down here, a little off the line, so I don't want to be right on it. I want to be close, but not right on. All right, so if you can see, I do have a little bit of space right in between. Like this one could use a little correction. All right, so I do have a little bit of space in between. That's what we want. Now what we're going to do is we're going to take this flap here, and then we're going to fold it up like so, using this edge as the reference. So we're going to line it up right along this edge. Not that center crease, but this edge. And we will crimp that down. Then we're going to do the same thing to this side. I'm going to lift this up. I'm going to fold it along itself. And I will crimp that down. So at this point, this is what we have. Two sheets, perfectly lined up. Now, on the bottom here, this is actually two sheets. So what I want to do is I want to lift the top sheet, and I'm going to take this corner and I'm going to fold it about halfway. That's halfway from this corner to where these papers meet. I'm going to make this tip line up on our crease. We're going to go about halfway. This is not critical. So if you're a little more, a little less halfway, that's okay. This will still work. So once we have that halfway, we're going to pick this flap up. We're going to fold it all the way. We're going to fold it along this line where all this paper meets. So we're going to pull it up tight. And we do it like this. We'll pull it up tight, and then we will crimp that down. See that? A nice crease. All right, at this point, what we're going to do is we're going to pick it up and we're going to fold it back. We're going to fold this now so that we have a good reference line, but we will need to actually fold this unit, so we're just going to do it a little bit early. Just like that. Then we're going to open it up. Solid sheet here. All the folded sheets are going to be face down. Okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to take this corner and then we're going to fold it just about halfway between this crease and the corner itself, all the way down to the tip. So here's the trick. I use my thumb, put my nail right on that crease, then I lift the paper and go right about halfway, and this is not super critical, so you can be right on, right off, it's okay. And then we're going to crease that down. See, it comes right down to the point. We're going to do the same thing to this side. Now our big goal is to match right about what we did here. So if you're a little more, a little less, you want to try and match that up. And then crease this down. And I tore it down here a little bit, but that's okay. This is going to be the tail, so this is not super critical right here. Okay, once we have this, we're going to fold it closed. And the part where it opens up, this is what we're going to do. Right here, we're going to fold this back, starting from that corner, but we're going to fold this side along itself. Then we will crease that down. Give that a good crease. So you see what we did? Right to this corner. Then we folded this along that side. Now what we're going to do is we're going to fold a little bit of this back, but we're going to leave a little bit here. So we're going to fold this right about here, maybe half a finger. Again, not super critical, so this is the taste. And then we're going to crease that down. Just like that. Now we will open this up, like so. Then what we're going to do is we'll put it down. We're going to push this in. On one side we have mountain fold where it comes up. The other side's a valley fold where it creases down. We're going to reverse that valley fold. So we're going to push that to line up and match. We're making both mountain folds. You can do this one step at a time. Go in there. Okay, we like that. Then we're going to open it up. Now the next crease we made below, this is the opposite. So the mountain fold's on the other side, and then we have the valley fold here. So we need to reverse the valley fold. And then we will crease that down. This is going to be our tail. Now what we're going to do is the top part, you'll notice there's these little flaps here, one on either side. So we're going to take this and then we're going to fold this top half back along here and down this crease line. This is where the paper meets. So we're going to lift this. We're going to go back. And then we will crease that down. Then we're going to take this bottom edge here, and then we're going to fold it along this paper crease. Just like that. And then we will use our nails, crimp that down good. We will flip this over. We'll do the same thing on this side. We'll lift this top flap, fold it along the top, crease that down, and then we're going to take this edge and fold it along this paper crease. And crimp that down. Okay. Now what we're going to do is if you take your finger, you could stop right here. If this is as far as you need to go, that's great. But what I like to do as a little bonus is to kind of fix the ears. So crimp it here, right where the body is. And then we're going to push down on the ears and kind of open them up a little bit. Just like that. It's just kind of a nice little touch for it. And that's what I do. Okay, so I have a little challenge should you choose to accept it. Do you remember this little piece of paper that we cut off of the normal paper, the regular printer paper? Here's what I'd like you to do. Make it into a square, just like you did the other piece of paper, and you're going to go through and do all the normal folds you did before. And we're going to make Minnie Mouse. Minnie Mouse is cool, and it's a challenge because it's so much smaller than the one you just made. You may have to do this a couple times before you get it right, and that's okay. Its difficulty is in its size, but I think you can do it. I want to hear how you do. Let me know. Go ahead and leave it in the comments below. I'm very curious. Well, thank you for watching this video. Please click on the like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.